All right, guys, welcome back to what could be our last map of the day here on the stream from the North American closed qualifiers for ESL One New York. Welcome back, folks. It's Rise Nation taking on NRG Esports. We just saw Rise Nation take control of the first map back on Nuke. And now we're headed over to NRG, or excuse me, we're headed over to Mirage, which is NRG's map pick. Sorry, guys, been going for a while here now. Which is NRG's map pick here, and we're going to see if they can bounce it back and take it to a map number 3. We're not wasting any time. We're jumping right into the pistol round, and we're going to see if NRG could start off with the T-sided victory, as they also do have to start on T-side because this is their map pick. And going right into it, it's looking like a quick 4-1 split out onto the A-bomb site. Moose ready to take this battle from the backside over here. Usually this is spot you only see played in Pugs, but for Moose, it works out well for him, as A&J trades out one kill after that one. He's only going to be able to get that one frag, and now, quickly, we'll see most of the Rise roster trying to rotate through CT, and they rip through. They attempt to rip through this entire Energy setup. The 2-for-1 trade up on top of it, but Cirque jumps out at the last second. Gets one more pickup. It is left down to a 1v2 at the end of the day, and it's Daps trying to clutch it at range. Can't get it done. Rise complete the retake, and with that, they're going to start with a pistol round again.
Yeah, it was looking like it was going to go Energy's way, and then they just had to exchange at Ivy. Exchange at City Spawn, and Rise just picks up the round.
Yeah, I mean, it was going great for Energy on the entry there. It seems like they overextended a little bit, trying to go towards CT, and unfortunately, they just got ripped to shreds right there, and that's when things really spun back in the other direction. Went Rise's way. But Energy, at the very least, got themselves the plan, as that was their main priority to go in there and quickly pick that up. So now they do have that little bit of an advantage to work off of at least, and you can see that immediately being played into this next round here, as they do save up entirely. Probably looking, again, just to prioritize on getting a plant, maybe a few kills, but focusing on that third round as their focus round here, or they're more than likely going to end up going for their full investment. And you can see Cirque trying to push forward, but he does get knocked out by Dazzle. Moose getting a second kill on Fugly too, and he picks up second personal kill, third kill of the round. Yeah, Energy overall just not getting a whole lot done here. 0 damage done to Rise Nation so far, and they already know where A&J is, so it's just a matter of eliminating him.
What a shot.
All right. Running Deagle headshot against VSA right there. At the very least having a little bit of flair to the round. But Dazzle does take him down right after that. So still a quick round for Rise. And 4 alive, too. They know that this buy is coming, so they are going to try to shape themselves up for it. 2 FAMASs into the picture, but still quite a few SMGs and pistols, too. Ace, there we go. I was about to say Ace not buying anything at all here, but the last second did buy up for an M4, and then Jonji is going to be the only one on an SMG himself, as he works with the MP7 there, and I believe he'll play it a little bit closer up anyway. But actually, there's a large focus on the CT side towards mid, which is going to be an incorrect read, so VSA is left out in the open here on the A-bomb site, and he can't do anything about that. Energy just walks right into A, gets free control, flashbangs on both sides. Ace wanted to peek, but both the Energy players and Ace himself got flashed out there, so not a whole lot that they could do. Breeze took down Jonji, and that's it. There's nothing Rise can do after losing that second player, so they have to fall back and save.
Yeah, it's a clean round by Energy, and they had limited nades, so they just went for the A-ramp explode, and it was the right call.
And the misread from Rise is going to end up costing them here now, as they lose their first gun round early on in a 2-1 fashion, is now the way that the scoreline is going to end up flowing. So there's that first pickup for Energy, and now just trying to hunt down these last 2 players. They have managed to pinch them, but they're even going to smoke it off to make sure that they stay alive here too on both directions. They've created their own little safe space here on the outside of the backbeat halls. They can still try to push through it, but I don't think they're going to want to risk it, considering where they are currently economically speaking. So won't be going for those drops. And with those 2 saves, Moose can drop at least 1 more FAMAS. We'll see if they attempt to go for it. It would really leave about, I think, 1 player with a pistol. And yet, Dazzle buys in completely. He buys down to the op. Everyone else investing as well, so they're going to try to force it here.
Looking like a default.
Pretty straightforward style here now, being taken from Energy after the last round. Really not going to be able to repeat those rush plays into the A set like we saw before. They would definitely be able to counter it out this time. So for Dazzle and Ace, they've now gone back over here towards the A site to take up positions here, and VSA will sit back behind Ticket, acting more as a watchdog than anything else. At range, remember that UMP is actually going to be a little bit difficult to use, so not in the best spot necessarily to try and do damage with that. More than likely going to try and spot if someone is in the open, he can punish that. But if he tries to take like a headshot angle or something like that, it's going to be pretty difficult to do. So more than likely, they're just going to be calling it out and then waiting for him to get pushed on where that UMP or where the UMP is going to have much better effectiveness. Just in general there. But Energy taking it nice and slow as they now start to group up. They go for top mid control. They've got players both leaning towards A and B, so which actual site they're going to head towards yet is not necessarily known, but with A and J now coming through underpass, it's definitely going to be looking likely that it's going to be heading in towards the connector and over towards the A-bomb site. It does rely a little bit on Fugly being able to pick up an entry too, as he's currently smoked back off, but at that last second we do see them swinging over towards Cat, but they just got smoked there. They're smoked from all directions currently, so it looks like they boost Breeze up on top. See if he can burst out here and get that first kill, and that's exactly what he's going to do. He loses quite a bit of his HP, but he finds that first entry. Now VSA is spotting Fugly pushing back in. Fugly also gets his first kill. The options are open to them, but NRG are committing to a B play, and that's exactly how things are going to flow in their favor. When they push into this site, Moose surprises with one pickup, goes for multiple. However, he can only get the one against Cirque, and Jay immediately trades him out, and it's going to have to be another save call from Dazzle.
It seems like Raz can't connect any kills here, so Dazzle's forced to save the op, but he's getting free kills, hurting the economy.
Dazzle looks like he should be safe. NRG more so focused on him attempting to go for the 2v1 there than they were about actually hunting him down, so both of NRG's players stayed pretty close to the site. And for Dazzle, well, he's going to save that op, but that's the only thing they're really going to have going into the next round here as the buys from Rise. Besides that, are going to be pretty minimalistic, if anything at all. And this will finally give NRG a nice opportunity, assuming they can get rid of that op pretty quickly. It'll give them a nice opportunity to try and build up their cash a little bit more and get some sort of an economy going, as now they've tied it up, and they should be able to take the lead no problem, unless that op on Dazzle just goes off here, as he's really leading the fragging power for Rise. Junji lagging behind a little bit along with Ace. Of course, only a few rounds into this one, but still need to find their footing, as is most of NRG, though. So let's take a look now and see what NRG is going to be looking to do again. Looks like, again, pretty straightforward play style here. But look at what Dazzle's doing. Moves in through underpass, catches ANJ early on, and steals that first kill away out of the hands of NRG. And now Cirque looking for revenge out mid. He's going to get it. That's the op getting dropped. Goodbye to Dazzle. Junji follows suit. You can see one player trying to move in to pick up the op, but it's not going to happen. Has to go way too far in order to get that, so goodbye to Moose. Last two are over here towards the A-bomb site with just USPs. So in a moment here, Fugly is probably going to be able to catch VSA at the very least. Gets him there. And now the only one left alive is going to be Ace, who more so than anything is looking for the kill on Fugly so that he can grab the AK and run. That's his big goal here now. If you can't do that, the round will end. NRG will take the lead, and it's no big deal, as this was pretty much a full save round anyway.
Wonder if Ace can afford it. Yeah, he should be able to op next round.
Fugly, he's going to be able to get that kill. And there we go. No drops at all for anyone on Rise. No saves. They will be right at the border of being able to buy here. It doesn't look like they decide to go for the full investment, though. Just a half buy. Everybody going for pistol armor pickups. Ace might go a little bit lighter. He can buy down a bit. He's looking to, if they're looking to get it off in the next round. But yeah, there we go. Now he buys a P250. But anyway, getting into the actual combat here. Still another pretty straightforward split, really, from both teams. Neither team's experimenting with anything too creative just yet. You've got Fugly, though, that may have some trouble going up against Dazzle, since he's going to try to push aggressively inside of the Palace. Sitting right up on top of the A site right now. He's right at the edge. Both of these players right next to each other. But Dazzle doesn't want to push in just yet. He's waiting for Fugly to take the initiation, and that's exactly why, so that he can easily line up the headshot, get that kill, and run away. VSA not as successful back over by the T ramp, but now that Dazzle's equipped with an AK, maybe he can pull off a little bit more effort here and try to take down Dap. Cirque able to get another kill back in mid, though, taking down Junji, and that's opened up the playing field for just a straight push into the B site, which is where Rise seems to think it's going. However, there's been no indication of that yet. They haven't really pushed in, and in fact, NRG is falling back from the B halls over here towards T-spawn, where they're now picking up the bomb, and are probably going to make a play towards A here in a second. But with plenty of time left, they're not in really any hurry, so they are going to take this as quietly as they can. Breeze still waiting at the top mid boxes, too, for anyone that might try to quickly rotate from the B-bomb site. And his patience is rewarded with a quick pick off of Dazzle. He's going to go get down and get knocked out. Ace and Moose now are completely detached across the map here. For Moose, he's going to be way on B, and Ace, it's really not reliable to consider him being able to pull off a 1v4 here. If he stays alive and get an impact, that's great, but in a second, Breeze is going to push in, and Moose actually cuts off Breeze, so a little bit surprised if we see that kill happening. But Moose now has to hightail it, run away, even though he just has the CZ. He didn't leave a deagle on the ground back there. But now running away with the CZ armor purchase is just going to be looking to try and carry, more importantly than armor than anything else, but the CZ2 into the next round. And he might go a little bit more aggressively with than I thought he was going to be, actually. He's working himself all the way over here towards the edge of connector. Right at this corner, he could drop the op. Cirque doesn't spot him first, but it's Cirque to catch him. And energy now.
Cirque's looking pretty impressive, actually. Not gonna lie.
He's had some pretty crazy quick shots, even like while he's able to be like super mobile and everything as well.
He looks super comfortable, so that's good.
Well, now with Rise starting to fall behind to a huge degree, they're going to try to shake up things a little bit as they go for this double op setup with Ace and Moose picking it up, and Ace almost loses his life right at the start. Did not expect to see ANJ out in the open that quickly. Definitely got surprised by that. He's still alive, though, and thankfully for himself, he didn't take any damage from that. He's getting caught jumping around with a knife. Probably would have been a little bit embarrassing. Hopefully, it doesn't happen. But NRG fall back here now, and they prop their players pretty quickly to try and go out towards mid more so than anything. They've got guys pushing up pretty confidently in Palace too. Jonji's going to be looking to stop this, but no, Jonji has yet to find a single kill yet. This is his setup. This is where he's meant to frag back out. And there you go. There's one kill for him. Moose swinging back in to try and assist with this too, but Jonji's got most of the apartments covered. There's still presence in mid that players like Dazzler are going to have to worry about, and he can't see anything right now. He's stuck in a corner, so he's definitely calling this out to his teammates that they need help as now Daps moves in, takes down Moose, and Jonji flicks over real quick to catch Daps before he can get any further with that play into the B-bomb site. Now Dazzle finally free of the smoke in mid, also catches Cirque too. So they clear out those back B halls, but while all this was happening, Breeze managed to lurk his way inside of jungle and through to the window room. So he has a pretty advanced position, and he might just be able to change up the game plan a little bit here, especially with Fug leading that kill. And there we go, there's another pickup for Breeze, finding Ace. All of a sudden, we're even again, back into a 2v2. And both of the remaining CTs are also split. VSA is here on the A site, trying to play towards Firebox, which is probably going to get checked. And Jonji's still here waiting back behind the van over on the B-bomb site. He's going to be moving quickly. I think they are. It looked like Fugly had his, and he was getting ready to toss it back out. No, they molly back towards Ticket, so they're thinking they could just take the fight anyway. And they're going to keep giving him, but oh no, they actually don't even really consider Firebox, unfortunately. So a huge mistake made from NRG at the end of the round, and they just get both their players clipped off. They didn't even see it coming.
Yeah, NRG tried that early B pressure, and Jonji just shut it down, putting a 4v3 lead for Rise. And from there, they just kind of crumbled. Breeze got into a sneaky spot. Ace was caught off guard. But VSA closes up the round.
And so, Rise now have a chance to get back into this match here. Now, they still need to break quite a bit of NRG's money. It's actually not going to take too many rounds after this one, maybe one more at max. And that's stretching NRG's money quite a bit. So NRG never actually built up a huge amount of money to work with. There's really only one or two players that managed to share the spoils of war from that 4-round streak. And they risk, off of losing this round, losing the lead too. If they do end up having to call for an eco, then Rise is going to have a pretty easy time walking through that and potentially up into the lead as well. But still have to see how this round plays out, of course, before we consider Rise taking the lead again. As Daps and the others are going to push for directly play on towards this A-bomb site. Dazzle waiting on the opposite side of Firebox. Again, Firebox is something they don't consider, and Dazzle gets that double kill, which keeps it even into a 3v3, factoring out the trades that NRG got on these entries here. Now they're going to go for the plant. Ace is given free reign. The player inside of Palace up there, Daps, is just nowhere to be seen to support the planter, so now he re-peeks back out when it's far too late and gets taken down by a second guy at Ticket, Jonji. A&J now is the last man alive. He was sitting back watching for flanks, but now he has to go back in and re-entry all on his own. Gets that first kill. He's going to molly into Sandwich, which would send Moose out into the open. And it's going to indeed accomplish that task. He gets the second kill. It's like clockwork for A&J right now. He almost gets the third kill too, but Ace just barely saves it for Rise as he wins it with 22 HP.
Yeah, those unnecessary deaths are going to hurt Rise. Maybe not this round, but other rounds it's going to really hurt them.
Tied at 4-4 now. Like I said, NRG did have enough cash to stretch for this one additional buy. However, Fugly does have to downgrade to his CZ, so the money's going to run out pretty quickly. However, they kick it into overdrive here for this round. 2 quick kills. Ace burns Cirque out of the round. takes him down. And Jay's also stuck behind these flames too, but Jonji stuck, forced into the backside, and caught looking the wrong way. ANJ trades out that kill and leaves it into a 2v4. The only one remaining to defend the B bomb site being Moose, but that's Moose. That's the player that we saw getting massive multi-frags on the previous map. And it's certainly not something to be trifled with. VSA too proved to be a pretty capable site player, but he's working with an ump, so he had to downgrade himself a little bit. Ultimately, it's going to come down to some massive heroics from one of these two players. More than likely Moose, but the problem for Moose is that he's currently rotating out of B when NRG have a big push, but he should be able to see this. Yep, he does know it at the last second. That push coming out through the apartment, so now he's going to try to swing into the site, but he's caught by Breeze right in the open there. And VSA really does not have a hope of accomplishing much here, so he just goes and scavenges his teammate's M4 and runs away to safe.
Yeah, I thought Moose was going to gamble B there, because VSA was pushing through the A ramp, so he knew that they weren't coming A ramp. Realized that a little too late and got caught in the middle of nowhere.
And so now, again, it's just VSA. And while this was a good comeback from Rise, it's probably gonna whittle down pretty quickly here, since their money did not let them outlast. So they're going to be on an eco almost immediately after dropping this round. And NRG gets to push back into the lead with a 5-4 advantage and the possibility to make that 6-4-2 depending on what kind of buy Rise has. And yeah, like I said, 1650 and 1450, pretty much minimal amounts on Dazzle and VSA.
Yeah.
So they're just going to force it out here, see what they can do by buying into this round. And if not, then they'll have to save for the next round anyway, I think. Well, to start off on this round here, NRG, oh, Cirque, nicely found again. With the smoke that time, finding Ace, doing some pretty decent damage to him, bringing him down to 28 HP. And now, the rest trying to push back in, but they're going to have to push against players like Moose. Moose was sitting back there, he was ready to take that fight. So down's going to go Breeze. He picks up the Molly, he's got a smoke to counter that though, so it only takes about 1 tick of damage from the Molly. Throws out his own smoke, too, just to give him a little bit of a path if he wants to try and sneak back over to the site, which he's going to need to do now after ANJ gets that entry against Ace. So he's going to try to look for a few more. Lines up 2 additional kills. Nicely found from ANJ. And that's pretty much the round won single-handedly by ANJ here. There's really not enough time for Dazzle and VSA to rotate over there. They probably could have attempted it, but I believe they were already dealing with presence back on mid, so they probably assumed that they just rushed into the site as soon as they got those kills. And with that said, it's going to be NRG picking up a 6th here, and Rise looking to save just these 2 pickups. Dazzle, I think, is going to try to lurk over towards the other room here and maybe try to pick up a rifle or an exit kill, but that would pretty much be it.
Yeah, it's looking grim for the Rise side. Although this is NRG's map picks. I think 3rd map's Inferno.
I believe so too. It's overall here, Rise, they're keeping it together, keeping it close, but the problem is they're letting NRG get away with this many rounds on T side. So the question remaining is, how is their own T side going to fare on a map like this? Are they going to be ready to fight against NRG, or things are going to go poorly? And there's Dazzle getting that kill, gets the rifle, but then gets traded by Fugly just a second later. So we'll not be able to save that heading into the next round. Keeping them with a little bit more firepower. It's really only going to be VSA that has the 1 rifle, and that's it. Everyone else will just be buying into like a P250 or something like that, and saving up for the round coming up after this one. So it should be, again, unless the player with this rifle just goes off, we should expect this to go up to something like 4 to 7.
Yeah, I wonder what VSA is going to do with his M4. I expect him to go aggressive. It looks like he's just staying at the default.
Yeah. Back over here on the A site. It's been the popular site for NRG to push into, and Daps almost catching one player, Jonji, swinging out towards Cat there. Almost loses his life right at the start. In fact, it's still a very high possibility after seeing all this pressure working its way in. Dazzle catching 1 kill, but VSA doesn't get anything done with the M4. Dazzle does have an AK to try and play off of here, as the damage they've done is at least enough to push the bomb back over towards T-spawn, so they may be swinging this over towards B. But Jonji still trying to tap out. He gets that kill, actually. And now let's open up another pathway for Ace to push in here, too. He's going up against Cirque, but Cirque didn't get the full kill against Ace on the first peek. And now he's got him low. So Ace of the USP takes down Cirque. It's a 4v2 all of a sudden with a very heavily injured Ace and Jonji, mind you. And Moose still working with only a pistol. Same for Jonji. But still, they can outclass them. They can just wait out these smokes. Only just now is the bomb going down. And Jonji, I think he can...
It's a one-way, maybe.
He knows he saw him, he just doesn't know exactly where he's at. I turned off the X-ray to look at it. Yeah, he doesn't know exactly where he went. So we let ANJ fall back, and ANJ, oh no, lines up 2 players back to back. That's Ace and Dazzle going down. Jonji used this to get out into the open, but the problem is he's alone here, needs his teammates' help, and the one with the M4 goes down first. Moose gets eliminated, ANJ follows suit, and NRG hold on in that 2v4, and are able to bring it back, picking up a 7th round for themselves.
Yeah, that cat boost was so unfortunate. Once he saw that, he knew 2 were there. They both swing together and they get lined up. It's looking good for Rise on a full USP save minus the M4.
But they aren't able to keep it together to win out the round there. So NRG's still going to be able to hold an advantage. It does take us into another buy from Rise, though, and with that damage being done, it's great, as again, it brings Rise closer to being able to potentially break NRG more quickly. Only really Daps and Fugly have enough in its current form to immediately rebuy should they lose this gun round. But NRG also have a double op set up on T side, too, with ANJ and Cirque picking it up. Cirque obviously being the prime opper, and ANJ more playing across the map here, really, to wherever he's needed. As the bomb is going to be switched up with ANJ's position, and he's going to go hunting back over here at ramp to see if he can clip anyone off on the steps or any positions like that. But NRG, still no push inside, still no really big attempts to take any sort of map control here, despite, you know, half the time in the round being gone now. They are going to start to push in a little bit more as this goes away, but Ace catching ANJ. That's going to be one of the 2 ops dropped to the ground. It can still be recovered by the second player working with ANJ from that position. And keep in mind, this is the full push, too, as it's moving in now. Losing the opper right from the bat is certainly not going to help your case going later on in the round. Thankfully, it was only the secondary opper, but still. Now Dazzle taking a battle in the flames. Unfortunately, he was in that battle for a little bit too long, so he does end up burning himself. Breeze will get that kill from the grave after Dazzle himself takes him out. And it now puts us down to a 4v3. Very odd positioning here from NRG. They still have to go into A. They have to commit to this, but they're not leaving themselves a whole lot of time. Rise is not necessarily fully convinced it's coming towards A just yet, though, but with Daps getting that kill, now they should be ready for it, especially with Cirque. VSA underneath the platform tries to save it, but over peaks, so it opens up the site. And now it's just Jonji trying to clutch 2v1. He could have stopped the plant right there if he peeked, but he missed not only that opportunity, but also just that one kill in the 1v2. Now they know exactly where he's pushing back in from, and another repeak from Cirque seals the deal on the round. And puts NRG into the lead for this half, regardless of the outcome of these last few rounds. They're up at 8. Rise Nation still lagging behind at 4, as they're going to have just a half-buy round here.
Yeah, Jonji, if he took his time on that guy, I mean, he didn't really know, because we can see what's happening, but if he took his time on that guy, he could have stopped the plant. But Cirque, playing really well, super aware of every scenario.
Well, Fugly already starting off here by taking out some of the aggressive players from Rise Nation. That's Jonji going down early on here. They switched up the positions too. Moose is now in this, at least on this eco round. He's playing over here towards B. Usually that was Jonji playing inside of there, but it seems like they've changed it a little bit. And now Dazzle is going to try to push forward and see if he can take a crack at getting any of these kills against players from NRG, but they're sitting back passively now. They're kind of expecting aggression. So I highly doubt any of this is going to be met with much success, to be completely honest here. Dazzle waiting in the corner. Breeze sees it. Dazzle's able to get the kill. Quick trade from Cirque, though, and that's not really going to be too huge benefit of Rise at this point in the game. They need free kills. They don't need one-for-one trades, especially with the guns that they're working with. Like that. That's a good kill from VSA. So starts it off, gets the one pickup there. The bomb's actually going to be sent back over here towards mid, where ANJ is currently sticking up highway for free. And a long catwalk over towards the B bomb site. We'll see if he sticks to that route now. He's trying to jump into window, I think, from that position, or spot for window, so that he can get the bomb through here and into that A site. It's really either site's going to be a pretty even option at this point. But ANJ, oh, almost missed it. He does manage to catch Ace, though, trying to go back over towards the other site. And with Daps eliminating VSA, the A site's wide open for the taking. Moose only has the P250, so, you know, again, really not much that he's going to be able to do here. He'll line up for probably an exit or two back over towards T-spawn, but it's NRG's round again. 9-4. Huge comeback from them, and a massive streak that they're putting together here now.
They're gonna have a good buy going to this next round. I wonder if Rise will go for the double up.
They might have to at this point. They've attempted it before, I think. Oh, Moose actually gets gifted a little something there. Finds the dropped AK off of, I believe that was Fugly's corpse.
He's like, don't mind me, I'm just gonna take this AK.
So, oh, he's got to be careful though. Yeah, that will happen. Peeks right back out into ANJ. Didn't expect him to be exiting at that point, so gives up the AK that he just found on the ground pretty quickly. And that is going to be the round for NRG, and no free guns being given to anyone on Rise there. Like I said, they're full buying anyway. It's not a huge deal if that guns gets dropped. It's just going to make a bit of a difference here if the pattern keeps itself to the way it is now, and NRG wins this, getting up to 10. Then Rise obviously would have a little bit of a better buy, saving them like the 2,700 or whatever going into that next round. But we do see that double op setup that you were discussing there from Rise, and immediately it finds impact as Moose now trading out with Jonji, as that happened a couple rounds back for the position inside of the apartments. He's already taken down Cirque, and that's a big player to take down this early on in the round. He's currently sitting in second place for kills in the team overall. It's really ANJ is the one you want to hunt out there, as he's been having most of the entry power for NRG so far in this map. But NRG still hiding out inside of the apartments here, and I think Jonji can hear Daps trying to move around, so they know for sure he's in there. Daps looking for the trade and gets it on the second attempt. Moose gets skittish and jumps out of there, but jumps right into the open where Daps is able to connect on that shot. Fugly also trying to find Ace further down over here as he wields the second op, but he's alone in this site, or at least in the actual site itself. VSA is a little bit further back for support if that was needed, but the rest of the team from NRG's side, they're getting ready to push on towards B, and they've already found their first entry. Priest, I mean, he's just going through the motions for this guy. Goes in and finds Dazzle, already knows, I think, where Jonji is, so finds him right behind the van and takes him out, and all the chances for Rise just going down the toilet pretty quickly there. Ace and VSA, as they are heading into that last round, and they still have limited money, they are going to need to fall back and save and give NRG their 10th round.
Yeah, they're going on max loss bonus, so if they save these two guns, they should both be able to drop M4s.
But for NRG, their players are actually moving out to hunt them down. They do not want to let them have this capability going into the final round. They want to make this as easy on themselves so they can try to get a quick closeout on this map and take it over to the third map. So they will push inside of the Palace. Ace is ready for it, though. Picks up one. He's got a lot more to do, though. Gets the second. A third may roll in here if ANJ wants to test his luck, and indeed he goes for the peek. Ace takes it and gets a third kill. Good damage being done. Unfortunately, doesn't mean much as we're going into the last round of the half. So the economical damage is a bit mute, and obviously they don't win the round off of it. So nice kills, just doesn't mean much. So Rise now 4-10. And thankfully, with both of those saves, they are going to be able to buy up completely into this last round, with everybody getting a rifle, or the op obviously sitting in Ace's hands, and then having pretty decent utility sitting behind their buys too. Now they're finally going to try to get aggressive here on top mid. We haven't seen this before, and, well, Moose unfortunately using Dazzle's bait a little bit there. Look like Moose is going to peek first, but then Dazzle moves in, goes right into the op of Cirque. Goodbye to Dazzle.
From the NRG side, it kind of looks obvious because they haven't been mollying mid, and this is the first time they've mollied top mid, so it's kind of like a cue for the NRG team that they're aggressing mid.
Yeah, and you can see that none of them are even going to be attempting to pressure it here now until they start to fall back. So NRG's fine with avoiding mid for just one round. They've already got a guaranteed 5-round lead here, even if Rise wins this one. And if they can make it 11-4, that's even better, considering the pistol round record so far here. But NRG still holding back for the time being, as they want to let the time run down a little bit more. I think they want to check mid first. Breeze is here. He's ready to go look for it. They'll have the distraction start as they begin to hit on towards A, but the other two are going to try to lurk in and try to sneak in through connector and get in there unnoticed. They're going to definitely be noticed, as Ace is paying full attention to that, and they haven't got any other entries onto the site yet, but Ace misses that first shot. So Breeze actually is going to be given the opportunity to push back in. VSA and Moose, though, well, they kill most of the actual original hit, and Moose even swinging around there to find Fugly as well. Breeze goes down. It's just Cirque who hopped his way inside of the window room. When they're not paying attention to that, they're going to find out about it pretty quickly after he gets that kill onto Ace. So now it's just about making sure that he doesn't get anything done with the remaining 20 seconds so that Rise can, at the very least, secure that 5th round and try to set up some type of a scoreline so that they can come back in the second half. And there we go. They find him out. He knows he doesn't have a chance in the world, so he just jumps out into the open there. Rise finally getting another round together, but still 5 behind at the end of the first half.
Yeah, 10 rounds on the T side. NRG has to be content with that. Let's see if they can close it out. To grind it back, Rise is going to need the pistol or equal them.
They did win the first pistol. I'm trying to. I think they went 1-for-1 on pistols in the last map too, didn't they? Or did Rise win?
I know Rise won T side. Did they win CT? Yeah, they won CT
both
as well.
So they're for three so far. Actually, I just realized that Rise is kind of dominating the pistols so far too. So that could spur them back into the max. They need to not get ecoed in the second round either there, which is a little bit of a concern of mine considering how this first half played out. I have a bad feeling Rise might be a little bit demotivated right now, so they have to try and hype themselves up a bit better.
They need that 3 straight. Got nades on BSA and John G. Maybe a stair connector smoke, push spawn. Or jump through their smokes.
Well, it's looking like a pretty straightforward play from Rise here now as they're getting ready to just split A. Here's the thing, Energy's already read into this partially.
Yeah.
They've got Breeze and Daps pushing up. Well, they're going to push all the way out, actually. They're going to push right into where they're waiting for it, but apparently Rise wasn't ready for that. As they push back in, Dazzle trades back onto 1 kill, but Breeze finishes off the 2-for-1 trade. Takes out John G. Fugly gets pushed outside behind the smoke. Cirque trades onto 1, but VSA also gets a pickup, so it's left down to a 3v2 after the dust settles. Now a 3v1. Dazzle tried to take on Cirque at range. Cirque wins the battle, and another one. As he closes out with a 3 kill on the pistol, and for the first time in the series, Energy takes the pistol, 11-5. And they can just push forward right up to 16 rounds now if they so choose.
Yeah, that was an aggressive pistol.
Well, it worked out okay, though. For Energy, at least. As Rise, unfortunately, they kind of got wrecked right at the start due to the push from Energy. Energy knew exactly what was happening, read him like a book, and took him down before they were even really able to get anything going. For the rest of Rise, though, now on this second round, no plant, so they did buy into this second round here. Not too heavily in the case of Ace, but everybody else pretty much buying out to the bottom. So they're going to try to go through underpass and quickly get into window room. I think where Cirque's headed. Cirque originally looked like he was going to rotate out towards B, but now is moving into mid as he's needed. Dazzle only getting that 1 kill so far. Rise themselves already down to just 2 players. Cirque, I think, saw Moose up there, so he knows where he is. He did let him get away with a kill into his teammate. But now catching him peeking back out, tries to finish the job. 1 more kill needed still here. Come on. He got him. just the matter of that 1 more bullet. And there you go. A&J will finally get it as Energy close out on a 12th round here. And they still have 1 more for free as Rise is going to have to full save on this round.
Yeah, put them at 13 and that 1 step closer to 16 rounds. Cirque's playing really good. He's impressing me. Movement is really good too.
It's both him and A&J that are leading the way still for Energy. 17 kills each and also 9 deaths for both of those players. Let's see them try to stack up their money a little bit here now in this round. I think A&J is getting a nice little buffet of kills. Spots the push. He doesn't go too aggressively. It actually gets flashed out. I think it was one of his own teammates that flashed him though. So Dazzle and the others, they get out into the open, but A&J and Fugly just ripping this entire hit to shreds. Fugly with 3 and 4 as he closes out on the round. Nice and clean. No deaths against Energy at all, so a nice little money build up there too. But now they obviously have the choice. I just realized though, actually, it's only Fugly on an SMG. I thought they still had a few more, but apparently not. So they actually don't have to upgrade much there. They're already pretty much all on rifles anyway.
Yeah, I was curious if he was going to keep that MP9, because he had the spawn to jump underpass, and people do that, jump underpass, play close range. Breeze pushed off Cat here.
A&J falling back a little bit further into the site to try and watch out for the Rise push. They don't decide to really go for anything inside of the apartments, though. Just holding players in here, and Dazzle looking for an opening pick if he can get it. Smoke's going to block his path, Yeah, it looks like he's pushing past the smoke, though, so he's taking a bit of a risk here. We saw the boost up from Fugly, but he really can't take an engagement on that. Problem is, though, is now a very late mid-push came out from Cirque and Breeze, and they were able to actually knock out a player. I'm not sure if they spotted the bomb or not. They did knock down Ace, and so now it's going to have to be VSA that picks up the bomb and plays with it. And their players are still split in a very odd way across the map right now. 2 inside of the apartments, 1 outside of the back halls that lead up to the apartments, and Moose still trying to lurk over here towards Palace, which he's going to be able to walk out and see. There's only 1 player here, takes him down. Now is when you call for that fallback and everybody to rotate over. He's going to take a lot of attention away from that B bomb site, though. So they still stick with the primary plan of going into B, but they realize it was only that 1 player trying to lurk and trying to pick up a few free kills. So all of a sudden, everybody from the CT side, they're back on the site, but they're out of position, and this is where Rise can take an advantage. Jonji down at the arch as he lines up for 1. Fugly continues to trade these players, though, and Jonji found in the open at the end of the round. Breeze will pick up the last kill, as NRG now just sit 2 rounds away from a map 2 victory and sending this over to our 3rd and final map.
Yeah, ANJ going down there made them think that he was the only B player, but Fugly was sitting at the empty pillar and it opened up the round, so ANJ didn't get a kill, but it definitely set up Fugly to get 2.
And look at this buy from Rise, too. They're really not going to be having the best hopes of upsetting in these circumstances. Just half buy for most of their players. They do have an okay amount of utilities. So they can still try to line up some kind of a hit. At the very least, get that plant, give themselves some extra money. But then after losing this round, that would mean they need to do 10 rounds straight just to take it to OT. It's very much in the realm of fantasy now for Rise to come back in this map and end this series in a 2-0 fashion. Map number 3 is looking very, very likely, especially with these counter nades coming back out. Again, NRG just have the perfect opportunity to counter them. And as the mollies roll down, well, trades are going okay, but very quickly it goes back into the favor of NRG here. These even 2-for-2s do not favor Rise really in any sort of big way here. Now ANJ on top of the steps. They don't realize that the smoke has started to fade away, while Moose will get 1 more kill. It is a 2v1, and Fugly closes out on the last kill, putting NRG up to map point to try and tie this at 1-1.
Yep. Rise on the 5 loss bonus, so they could get a full buy here for the 21st round, so we'll see what they'll do here.
And it is 4 AKs in the op for Ace. Ace is obviously not going to have a whole lot of utility since they're still just kind of scrapping together this buy. But they're going to move very quickly, Rise, this time into mid. Unfortunately, the CTs have a lot of utility themselves as they smoke it back off. And specifically from Breeze, they're going to pay attention to him here as he's pushed out into mid. He's sitting behind the smoke. He's going to push in behind these other 2 players from the team. A quick swing from Dazzle prevents Breeze from getting any more damage done. And Ace also lighting up ANJ when he tries to jump outside of the window there, too. Only legs him, though. Brings him down to 15 HP. But the fadeaway nade from ANJ knocks out Dazzle. I don't believe NRG are going to attempt the retake here. Rise took control a little bit too quickly. So Rise will get at least 1 more up on the board before this map's going to come to a close. Like I said, still a long, long ladder to climb for this Rise roster. They still need to do 9 rounds straight, and they cannot lose a single one.
I feel like NRG just needs to save here.
No, they're pushing back in, actually. They do decide to go for it. Fugly getting 1 kill. They really don't have the time just to defuse the bomb, let alone kill 2 additional players. So VSA trades on a Fugly. ANJ takes on Ace, actually, on exit. He's going to be a little careful. He's kind of close to the bomb. There we go. Now picks up the op, saves that at least. So gives NRG another nice little gun upgrade. And it's a good thing he got that too, because the only player that's able to buy that right now would have been Fugly, and it would not have left them with a lot of excess cash if they had gone for that repurchase. So that actually helps them out quite a bit and making sure that they can maintain a relatively full buy here.
They're all going towards A. It looks like they're screaming out A.
They're going to push into it. I mean, the fast play worked last time, so they're going to make it even more direct now. And they try to push into it, but Breezy's being given all this time just to swing and take on different angles. So Breeze up to 3 now, 1 more to go. And that's pretty much sealed the deal unless Ace pulls off some massive clutch here. 2 quick kills for him. Trading out to the op, trying to go for the quick swing, and he gets it on ANJ too. Now stuck out in the open, though, in that corner. Didn't exactly realize where Fugly was pushing him from, so Fugly does end it. But a nice attempt at a 1v4 clutch at the end there. Just couldn't make it happen. And
yeah, that was a nice shot by Ace.
And now NRG do take control of that second map. So that's going to tie it up at 1-1, guys. And that will take us over to our 3rd and final map, which is going to be on Inferno. First time we're heading to Inferno today, so it should be a fun map. Do stick with us, and we'll be back with that in just a few minutes as soon as the players have changed over and are ready to start.